Most High is finna bring what He has put into creation to where it's final. It's gonna last forever. You know, He's just as tired as we are of the things that are going on the earth. You know, and He's ready for that for everlasting, rulership to take place. And so now He's bringing only He knew the time, the beginning, and the end, and He's bringing the end to play. And we're beginning to see that because all the things that are happening up on the earth, and His word is coming true. So His word didn't go out void. It's with us. It's flowing. It's being manifest as we speak now.
And like you said, like the scriptures say in Revelation 1, where Yahweh Shah said He is, He is the Alpha and Omega, the Ah and the Tha. He the beginning and the end. Through the wisdom and knowledge of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah was responsible for the events of the beginning happening, and He's responsible for the events of the ending happening. Also going into that, He is the Ah and the Tha, the beginning and the end. Yahweh Shah was responsible for the beginning and the end events. So with prophecy moving, with certain judgments that come to place, this or come to pass, this is Yahweh Shah's doing. That's why He said, all power is given unto me in heaven and on earth. So now it's like the Lord said, okay, Yahweh Shah, now you are worthy, now you have accomplished the mission that was set forth for you. So now you falling right into your role of taking command of everything that I have sent forth you to do. Because like the brother said, that's prophecy. He was the beginning and the ending. So if He was responsible for the beginning events, He has to be responsible for the ending events.
Yeah, he's coming to close it out. Since you said that, you continue on what you were saying, but if the brother can give me Isaiah will say the current year. But you can finish your point though, bro. With the scripture, you read for me.
Verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs.
Right, which what we see right now, all the judgments of the earth, we're able to go into the prophecy and bring out all the events that's happening on the earth. We're able to link that up with the scripture, which is what lets us know, the time that we living in, and like a lot of people will say, well, this happened during, or my grandparents, great-grandparents said this, but your great-grandparents and your grandparents can say that all this was happening simultaneously while the Lord was awakening His people,
And they just shows too to lay them back. Them and their generations, they weren't meant to see it. We're the generation that's meant to see it. And these are things that we speak on faith. Now Yahweh Shai, He made the point before His ascension, it's not for us to know the times or the seasons, but He did give us things to go by. He did give us signs to go by. Now he didn't give us the exact date of the end, but He gave us things to go by. Which shows you the anticipation. The only begotten Son Himself is waiting. But just to lay them back, because what brother speaking on that's in 2 Peter. If the Spirit will, they come out, there should come in the last days scoffers. So our parents, our grandparents, their grandparents, they was really all scoffers. Talking about, well, the end should have been came, or they were talking about that way back when. Well, you know what? Eventually it got to come. Somebody got to see it.
You got to think about how anxious Yahweh Shai is, just based off of how anxious we are waiting on to get that salvation. Yahweh Shai really he got the revenge. He got the develop some names on that. He got the get back. You got to get his get back. They crucified him for no reason.
And He's coming to extract His elect. Now you see, beloved brother, like you, brother. I need you to give me one. I just got a bird. Brothers got the chariots on their garments. Well, Yahweh Shai is coming to deliver His elect. You brothers, man. So that has to be on His mind too. He see you in this cesspool, and He's ready to get you up out of here, man. But there's a waiting process, like brother said, for all of us. You got it, brother. I got it. Okay. Okay, come on, brother, finish that. No, I'm long-winded. Cut.
Verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Right, sanctified them for him from the beginning. So the Lord said, while all these judgments are taking place, again, like you had got that precept, those that call on the name of Yahweh shall be saved.
That's right, brother.
So
that's right.
you're going to have a mindset, you're going to understand that this is the plan of the Lord. So all of this is working in our benefit. This is why we measuring the time diligently, because we're, like you were going into, we're anticipating this. Yahweh Shai is anticipating it, like we moving on the same vibration. So the Lord was like, yeah, that's how the Lord, how he said, this how you gonna know this my people, and they shall say, I am their God, because we moving on the same vibration. We thinking in the same way. So just like the Lord, he bringing these prophecies to pass, we waiting on the Lord, like, Lord, like when it started happening, like, okay, yeah, this is what Yahweh Shai was talking about. This is what the Lord said. Yeah, we excited,
It's also too let you know that the elect, the 144, are partakers in that in the glory with Yahweh Shai, because the Most High sent Yahweh Shai down, and the 144 came with him to do the work while he went, before he came, and then after he left, they still doing the work. So, that they can glorify Yahweh in the end of all things. So who's going to get the glory? Yahweh. It's all to the glory of the Father.
And just as Yahweh Shai finished his course, we're here, through the mercy and grace of the Lord to finish our course. Lord willing, we'd be a part of that number. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
Yeah. Okay. All right, this is Isaiah 46. I'm going to start at verse 9. It said, remember the former things of the old.
Yeah, remember what he did for our forefathers in the ancient world. Yeah, a primary deliverance, we were just speaking about this earlier, how he brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt. Now we're approaching the Pesach. We believe through the Holy Spirit, according to what we read in the books of the prophets, there's going to be and the Lord himself spoke about it, there's going to be a new exodus, a new deliverance. Once again, when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming to extract his elect, man. Not only from Babylon the Great, but from all parts of the earth. Okay, well, we've been scattered. All the ancient prophets have anticipated this moment. The brother's getting into it, and this is, striking me right now. The heavens are anticipating this. We're waiting on it, but then they waiting on it. So you can only imagine, once again, the waiting. Everybody's feeling this process, man, because see, once it's time, then it's time. Anticipation. That anticipation. I'll read it again.
All right, this is Isaiah 46, verse 9 from the top. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and like Elder Sahai made the point this past Friday, this life on earth is a movie about the name Yahweh. From Genesis to Revelation, it's all about his name, man. Nothing's changed. Now you've seen different, societies or kingdoms, as it were, come and go. You'll see them emerge and you'll see them become ruins. But that name, Yahweh, stays the same. And we in the time where that name has been revamped, or it's been reintroduced to the earth, by way of the prophets and also by these divine judgments to come. All right, because see, now his name is going to get even more glory than it did in the ancient world. More glory than the time of the first Exodus. Because the Lord really going to do his thing in this time. Because you picture the first Exodus, the waters being parted. The waters of the Red Sea being like a wall on the right side and a wall on the left side. You walking on dry ground. And there's a humongous ship over you guiding our people out of the land of Egypt. That's marvelous. But what's going to be even greater than that is you going up into that ship. That's even greater, and that's the only way we can escape the judgment on Babylon the Great, which is going to be by way of fire, man. The only way out is up. Go ahead, Al.
And the beauty of that too, also, to just land back, is his name is being reintroduced to the earth but also his power is being introduced to the earth because we're beginning to see his word come true. The things he foretold us in the scriptures are beginning to happen. The prophecies are beginning to happen as his name is being introduced back to the earth. So it's showing his power.
That's right. Because we're ambassadors of his name. Meanwhile, atrocities are happening, the prophecies are happening. All right, brother, that's the critical point, brother. You know?
Which shows that really there is no isolated event. Everything's connected, man. You got it, Doc.
All right, back in Isaiah 46:9, it said, remember the former things of old, for I am Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and there is none else. I am Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and there is none like me.
So he's coming back to rid the earth from all these false ideologies and the mere thought of another God. He's coming back to just make all that vanish, man. And like the brother said, that glory going to his name and also him showing his power. Okay? Because when you're having all these plagues happen all throughout the planet Earth, and primarily in Babylon the Great, while these plagues are unleashed, so to speak, people gonna be praying to their gods that can't deliver them, man. Meanwhile, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is getting the glory, and the Lord's men, they're being protected in the midst of the chaos. Okay? Because they're coming in the name of this God, of the true God, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, you got it up.
Verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning.
That's the point. You know, so yeah, from Genesis to Revelation. But when you go back to Genesis, it gives you really the ending too. So declaring the end from the beginning, it's like, you know, when you watch a movie, certain movies, they'll show the plot in the beginning of the movie to draw you in. So now you're intrigued. Now you want to watch the movie all the way through. You know, you'll actually see the ending of it in the beginning. But the Lord, he gave us that example with when Jacob and Eve. Okay? When they was born, that's really what this movie is centered around. The controversy between Jacob and Edom. All right? Finish it out.
All right, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Because what's not yet done? The kingdom, well, let's get it. You got precept?
No.
Okay, Bible shop, bro, if you can get 1 Corinthians 15, where it tells us then come up the end. Cause like, you know, Elder Zahab had mentioned, see, this is one big movie. Okay?
That's what the brother said earlier.
Well, it's spirit. Okay, Bible shot 1 Corinthians 15 and we'll start at verse 21.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 21. For since by man came death, by man came also the resurrection of the dead.
The eye and the thigh. Yahushai, he was the first Adam, but guess what? He's the last Adam too. Okay? In the beginning, he came as a rough drab or well, like a prototype, so to speak. You know? But when he came as the Messiah, when he came as his perfected form, he got it right. You know? And through Adam, you had a fall of the sons of God. Through Yahushai, you had the sons of God risen. That's how we had his truth right now. You know? This is all due to Yahushai. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Yahushai.
Right.
Okay? Make point, bro.
For as in Adam all die, even so in the Mashiach shall all be made alive.
Right, so people that live in this modern world, they're living after the way of the fall. This is where the flood came, man. Everybody on the earth outside of those the Lord reserved, you know, for salvation, everyone outside of that, everyone outside the ark are enjoying flood behavior, man. You know, that's why destruction is going to happen again. But it's going to be by way of fire this time. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
But every man in his own order.
So you're going to enter the kingdom in your own order. And see, this cuts that hell doctrine because, you know, IUIC, beginning with our leader, Bishop Daniel, command in general, Nathaniel. Basically, he's promoting, you know, this hell doctrine, which is heresy, complete heresy of the Holy Scriptures, man. That's not in the Scriptures, okay? All right? Israelites not going to no hell dimension. And Esau, Edom, as wicked as they are, we ain't gonna throw them up in there. You know, but the Most High is not gonna throw them up in there. And some damn hell dimension where you burn forever. Heaven and hell are conditions played out on this planet Earth. And the common Israelite know that. But Bishop Nathaniel, you want to bring Jake back to this Roman Catholicism captivity of the mind, man. You want to bring them back to Christianity, man. That's bullshit, man. You know? And like the beloved Apostle R said, if the Edomites are going to burn in hell, where are we going to get slaves from? You know? That make a point, bro?
Yeah, and also too, even with the old and new, you know, like I say, first and second death, because the Lord, He's not creating no new spirit. So how could He give that commandment to be fruitful and multiply if everybody down there burning?
Woo!
It wouldn't make sense.
There we go.
And even on this side, just to kill that, to kill that doctrine, go back to the account of Saul and the wicked, when she summoned up Samuel. And Samuel, what did Samuel say? He said, I was asleep. Why did you wake me? So that kills the hell doctrine right there.
And he told him, and we know how wicked Saul was, how he, you know, became.
Right.
But ultimately, the Lord, you know, put an evil spirit on him, and basically, you know, let's deal with surface level, you know, or let's deal with y'all way of thinking. Okay, according to the way you think, Saul would have went to hell because of him being wicked, him wanting to murder David. But Samuel, when he was summoned, you know, because he was brought from the spirit world, Samuel had told King Saul, well, you know what? Y'all gonna go to war with the Philistines. You're gonna lose, and tomorrow you and your son gonna be with me.
Right.
And Samuel, he was in the place what you call heaven. He was in the spirit world. So like the brother said, like Yahweh said, that cuts that hell heresy. All right? But yeah, man, go back to it, bro. So like you was reading. Yeah.
But every man in his own order.
Right. So ultimately, all Israel gonna be saved. Ultimately, you know, beloved Apostle Paul said that. But he said that in Romans, and we're reading it also right here in 1 Corinthians. You know, in the kingdom of heaven, all Israel gonna have immortality, but it begins with the elect. Every man in his own order. Go ahead, I.
Yahweh Shai, the first fruits.
Right. So you have Yahweh Shai himself. You also have his men, which are on the earth. The first fruits, which also, you know, was called the 140 and 4,000. Some of them are in the heavens, you know. But I speak as a man, but I believe the majority of them are here on the earth to fulfill prophecy, you know. Go ahead, bro.
Afterward, they that are in Yahweh Shai or Mashiach, and he's coming.
Right. That's the order of things, you know. You have Yahweh Shai himself, which the elect begins with him. You know, he's the first member of the elect. You know, and you have Yahweh Shai himself, and then you have his men. You got some of them in the heavens, and you have those as men that are on the earth waiting on him. They that are Yahweh Shai, and it's coming. Okay, but yeah, it's gonna get juicy though. Go ahead, bro.
Then come at the end,
Yep.
when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. You see that? Go ahead, bro.
Even the Father, when he shall have put down all the rule and all authority and power.
So basically, we're getting paradise back. The same paradise that Adam lost. The sons of God are getting back. That's the kingdom that Yahweh Shai has come back to claim, man. All right? That's being ruled by the serpent now. Go ahead, bro.
For he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
Yep.
The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
Yeah, because the Israelites are not going to die anymore, man. All this pain, all this suffering. You know? It says in the Psalms that there shall be no more complaining in our streets. All they do is complain, man. You know? The things in this world, you know, bills, family problems, bodily problems, mental problems, you know? Seeing what their sons and daughters got to go through. You know, just turn on the 10 o'clock news, see what the hell going on.
Bullshit.
It's bullshit everywhere, man.
If I may add,
You got to...
we have a life. I've been thinking about like a term, like a life tax. Like different things you go through in America, it taxes you. Like you see Jake is 60 years old. He's been taxed by life. You know, he's been married, been divorced, seen his kids grow up. You know, maybe his kids don't talk to him. Like that taxed him.
Yeah.
You can look at Jake on a job, they've been taxed by life, man. You know, because we're not just life, but Babylon. Babylon has a major life tax. That's why you look at Jake after a certain age, they start to just lose it. They lose that vigor, man. You look at a Jake when he's in his 20s, it's like, damn, who the hell was that? You know, now Jake's 67, it's like, damn, you know?
Yeah.
Babylon, this captivity, it taxes you, man. And the way I know it, because Jake has been in prison, looks better than Jake outside of prison. Jake is homeless might look better than Jake that's not homeless, man. You know?
Showing you everything's completely out of order here.
I gotta think about it. I'm like, I ain't never seen an obese homeless person.
Yeah.
Usually they ain't that common.
You hardly ever see an obese homeless person, man.
Yeah, Jake that are homeless and Jake that are in prison, they're in better shape than the common American. You know?
Is it so?
Yeah, man. But
You know, oh, Salah.
no, you got.
I was just thinking about what the elder said, you know, and kind of go back, you know, to the curses, where Yahweh said that we would be torn with the earth, the soul, you know, have to work.
Oh, and it's basically roughly like in sweat, actual.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's basically, like you said, a tax of sin.
Yeah.
You know,
The ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And along with the curses, because you have the first curse was we get kicked out of the garden, like you mentioned, and
Right.
instead of the earth giving to us, we have to get from the earth.
Right.
Have to toil,
Right.
till the land. But then you got Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, on top of the curse of Adam.
So we got curses on top of curses.
Curses on top of curses, man. Look at this shit, man. It's gloomy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
This is what paradise has been reduced to.
Yeah, a lot of us work inside of planks. And then, you know, we subject to like square reality. Like, you know, 19 Keys is talking about we live in a box, we work inside of a box, our schedule is a box. Everything is subject to a fucking box, like a prison, man.
Yeah, pretty much Esau Edom is creating the earth to be a factory.
Yeah.
The planet Earth is becoming a factory, bro. And this is some scary thing, and this is why, you know, we haste with discernment, but we still need to haste the days. Really, we need to get the hell up out of here. Now, I was watching the elder brother Ariana Nasai from GMS Dallas, and he made a beautiful point. This man is pushing AI women now. You know, cyborgs and, you know, holographic women. You want to live in a world like that? You know, and you even got Edomite men that are upset, like, bro, like, I love real women. I don't want to deal with this shit. You got the devil himself, he's mad. You know, but you got people that want to stay in a world like this, bro. You know, but sticking to the point. Yeah, how was Shai, when he returns to this planet Earth, he's claiming his kingdom. He's getting the same world back that he lost going back during the time of Adam. And he's coming to refresh it. To hit the reset button, man. And it's going to be far greater than the Garden of Eden. Okay? The garden eastward in Eden. Because that was the land of Israel. But he's coming back to make the whole earth a paradise again, man. All right? But we're going to finish it out, bro.
Make Israel great again.
Make Israel great again, man.
Yeah.
That's right, bro.
Yeah.
That is nice.
For he had put all things under his feet.
the Heavenly Father himself is doing this for his beloved son, man. And who are you to say anything about it, you know? This is joyous. Hey, the son, he about to get his. And he loved you brothers so much, he gonna hook y'all up too. Because you a part of him. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Just like you said, because the Lord said he's not even gonna drink no wine to celebrate, and said he drink it with his men again, you know, with his people. Like you said, he loved us so much that he's not even gonna do something that, you know, we'd probably consider small, you know, until he do it with the whole nation.
Yeah.
You know?
That's something he like doing. They call it wine giveaway.
But you know, that shows how exclusive that is too. The Lord gonna drink with you, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna drink with you. Like, bro, that's high level. Because you look at us in a society, we're considered average, you know, regular men, blue collar men, you know? But we can't, you know, rub elbows with guys in these top, what they got, Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah, high value.
Yeah. They're considered high value in this world. We can't get close to them and, you know, get a drink with them. But the Lord said he gonna have a toast with y'all, man. a victory toast, really. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
You know, that's almost like winning the championship. Like you just said, victory toast. That's like winning the championship.
And
you win the championship, what do?
Up the ball.
Yeah,
The ball.
they celebrate.
I feel like I got on a champ. Yeah, that song. Yeah.
They celebrate. Yep.
That's right. Victory over the beast.
Woo!
Right.
Victory over the beast.
Victory over the beast.
So really, basically what he's saying, he's not going to celebrate with us until we get, until it's all done.
Because he overcame the world. Now, him in us, Lord willing, we overcome the world. With Yahweh Shai in us. And we celebrate together, Because if he wanted to, he could celebrate by himself because he already overcame.
Right.
But when he come back, he want to celebrate with his men. You got it, Al.
But when he said all things are put under him,
So how can everybody be saved when Yahweh Shai comes back? He's coming to have people put under him. All right? Have authority over them. We're showing you everybody ain't equal, man. That ain't in this book. What are you Christians reading from? That's a damn, fantasy of yours, Which even, Esau, Edom, they don't think like that. Now you will call yourself a Christian, but you still think you're better than us. And you show it. All right? But you know what? The Heavenly Father, he's all about supremacy. And making a clear separation between him and other gods and his people and you other people. He's all about that when you read this book. Go ahead, bro. Read it again.
he said when he come back, he coming to create separation. He coming for separation.
Yep. And it's going to be clear in that day. That's one thing for us to just say it, but when he show it, and it's going to make our boldness manifest. Like, yep, he told you. Go ahead, bro.
And if I may say, he's showing that also too on this side now, because when he's like the second Ezra said, and this is my chosen, those are his elect men.
Right,
So
right.
he's showing separation because the 2/3 are still gonna perish. So he's showing that level of hierarchy, even from this side. Of course, everybody gonna see it in the new kingdom and everything, but you're gonna see it from this side as well.
Read it again.
For he hath put all things under his feet. But when he said all things are put under him, it is manifest that he is expected.
Yeah, he is accepted. Because the only exception, the only thing that's not being put under Yahweh Shai is the Father himself. Because he's giving all of this to Yahweh Shai. All right? But it shows you how far out the kingdom of heaven is going to be. But the key point, going back to declaring the end from the beginning, that's what Israel is gaining back. The same world going back during the time of Adam. But like the brother had, mentioned, because he mentioned before we, started up. I say a continuation of what the brother's going into, really. Adam was Yahweh Shai. But it shows you, see, Christianity is just getting beat to nothing, man. Because we all been taught a lot. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Which did put all things under him.
Right, so, which once again, this movie on the earth is all about the name Yahweh. That's what it's about. Okay, you got some out?
Yeah. It was going back to, all Israel being saved. It was the point. Kind of
You got it.
It's Romans 11:26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, and shall come out of Zion to deliver, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob.
Right, so that gets rid of that hell spirit. Because once again, Esau, Edom, they're the devil the Bible speaks of, but they're not even going to hell. The spirit has been mentioning these different Rothschilds that have already passed over to the other side. A lot of brothers are speaking about the parable of the rich man and Lazarus lately. See, we're pretty much seeing an example of that now, and especially when the kingdom of heaven is established, because Jacob Rothschild is going to be in slavery. Elin, what some people call him Evelyn, Elin or Evelyn Rothschild, he's going to be in slavery. And there's going to be a great goal fixed. They're not going to be burning in hell. Nah, they're going to be too busy doing whatever, menial jobs, laborious jobs we want to have them do. Okay?
No, I was just going to say, in order to burn in hell, you got to have a body. You got to have a terrestrial body to burn in hell. In order to burn by fire, You have to have a terrestrial body.
Yeah, but when people say hell, as far as your spirit leaving the earth and you just burning somewhere,
But your spirit is fire.
your spirit is fire.
It's a vapor. So there's no hell for you to burn in. Like the Jake that burnt in his Tesla.
Right.
Did he say help forever? His spirit eventually left his body. So he could only burn, and when his spirit left his body, he was in peace.
Yep.
So you can only burn if you're inside a body.
So even the Rothschilds, those of them that passed over, they in peace right now.
They in peace.
But they're not gonna be in peace when they reincarnated on the earth and we had them under us.
It's a different type of hell.
Yeah,
Because slavery is hell.
slavery's hell.
Yeah.
That's the term they use all the time. You going to hell. But you know, like you said, even in the scripture, you say you should turn away ungodliness from Jacob. Because anytime the Lord is addressing the whole nation, he'll say Israel or Jacob. And when he's addressing the remnant, he'll say the remnant, he'll say the elect, he'll say it in a certain way. So he specifically said that he turned away ungodliness from Jacob, meaning the whole nation. So how could the Lord, why would the Lord say Jacob, but then he only had 2/3 burned, but then he'll turn around and say, you're gonna have the streets shall be filled of boys and girls in the kingdom of heaven. They
Let's
can be
get
able
that.
to do that.
Let's get it. You mentioned it because the book of Job mentions that resting place with a wicked and
I was just thinking about that.
yeah. But you know what? You've been in because we know about Pro and Telco. We know about the Rosicrucian order. All right. We know you're under that Roman Catholic doctrine, man. You've been infiltrated already. You took that bag. All right. Jake was in slavery being taught hell. Here you are, damn enslaved Israelite, getting beat to death, watching your family get beat, and you picking cotton and crops all day, and Esau got you scared of a place called hell. If you be a good nigger, you won't go to hell, you'll go to heaven. Meanwhile, he's in his heaven while you're in hell. On earth, man.
And if I may say, Elder Tahar went into the hell doctrine. Apostle Tahar. And he showed Salaki on the name. And he showed where that doctrine was created by the Roman Catholic to scare the Christians to that, if they don't do as they say, they will go to hell. And he actually pulled the doctrine up and showed it where it, where they created it, and showed where they made it, a myth. It was a myth.
Well, I mean, and through the spirit, because sometimes we'll get into the history. We may retouch on some of the history where you pretty much forced that on our people. Burning them at the stake. You about to hang them and their family. And you would press that on them. But then you would so-called baptize them before you put them to death. to tell them if they accept Jesus before they die, they'll go to heaven. But you had some Jake, I want to say, this may have been on the island of Cuba or Hispaniola, and I'm gonna have to go back to the history, But I want to say that Jake his name was Hatui. I want to say he was so-called Taino, but pretty much he had said he would rather go to hell than basically serve the Spaniards, man. Because you had a lot of those missionaries, a lot of those monks. They were enforcing on our people. Okay, Bartolome de las Casas, he goes into that, But yeah, let's get back to it. That's scriptures.
It's Zechariah 8, point is at 5.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
I started 1. It says, again, the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, thus said the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury. Thus said the Lord, I am returned to Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain.
Yeah, Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth. And see, you seeing an inkling of that now.
Yeah,
Okay? It don't matter. It don't matter. If she was serious, she would just come over here and say it, That's another thing too. See, we don't got time to waste, especially on silly women. That's why the truth is really for men. It's primarily for men. Okay? Read that again.
Verse 3 again, Zechariah 8:3. Thus said the Lord, I am returned to Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts.
So he's returned to us. him being reintroduced to the earth is beginning with him being reintroduced to his men on the earth. You know, revealing himself to them, revealing his name to them. Okay? That's the beginning stages, and that's how we know we're in the end now. We're up on the precipice of the second coming of Yahushua. All right? The proof is he revealed himself to us in this time, man. That's why you had this what's called a great awakening. Go ahead, bro.
It says the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain.
By a holy government, which is going to be the 144,000. Yahushua, King David, and the 144,000. All right, go ahead, brother.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men, old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every
Yeah, so it's going to be complete peace for our people. As it's written, so all Israel shall be saved. Now, don't get it twisted. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be forever young. You know, it's not going to be one elderly among us or one standing the same, for lack of better words, you know, age bracket, so to speak. You know, bodily wise. We'll see exactly how the Lord does it. You know, that's something that's above our pay grade. You know, speaking about immortality. We'll find out in detail when the Lord comes. But as far as, read that again.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem.
That's referring to rank. You know, because when you think about the spirits of our people, the remnant, the elect that's going to make it this first go round, in the kingdom, they're going to be considered the elderly or the ancient. You know, because you were the first delivered. You didn't have to die and come back in a reincarnation, you know, as a newborn baby being born in this heavenly kingdom. You made it on that first go round. So you're a part of that legacy. All right?
Just to back you up, because as you're saying, the 2/3 of Israel is going to be reborn back into the kingdom. 1/3 is going to go into the kingdom, and we're going to be unsubject to time because we're going to live immortal. You know, so as the brother going into, we won't be subject to time. So it's going into a classification of rank by how you came into the kingdom.
Go ahead, bro.
And every man with his staff in his hand for very age. Verse 5, and the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof.
And this is something that all the prophets saw. All right? See, that there's going to be what's called, you know, a simplicity to the kingdom. You know? Because the Heavenly Father is going to give his people everything, but it's going to be those certain simple things, you know, you're going to enjoy. Something as simple as family, which is something that you can't fully enjoy on this side. All right, being concerned with where your son or your daughter go to school at. You know, who they around at school, or, you know, making sure they're not being done the wrong way, or, you know, harm happening to them when you're not around. Those are not going to be concerns in the kingdom. Your sons and daughters are going to be born with spiritual power. All right? But just showing you the world to come. The world to come is going to be paradise for our people. It's going to be what you call heaven. But this same heaven is going to be held to an Edomite. Okay? This same heaven we're speaking about is going to be held to an Edomite. Because, see, in their world, what happened on this side, it's not happening now. But I'm sure our grandparents or great-grandparents, great-great-great-grandparents will tell you about it as far as in what's called chattel slavery, about how you'll have a damn Edomite, maybe in his 20s or 30s, he'll call a man in his 80s, damn near 90s, he'll call him a boy. Or there'll be a situation where you'll have what's called a Negro favorite, where they bring that out in that movie, or in that book, excuse me. In that book, Nature Knows No Color Line by Jade Rogers, you have what's called a Negro favorite. Basically, Edomite women use Israelite men as sex slaves. They use them as sex slaves during the time of slavery. And in some cases, they would use our sons and daughters as pets. You know? They would literally have them on leashes. You would have toddlers out in the field picking cotton or tobacco or sugar cane. That was hell for us. That was hell for us. So this same heaven, which is going to be for the Israelites in the world to come, that's going to be the Edomites' hell. Now, you see, it's going to be role reversal. You know, our heaven is going to be your hell, because your heaven is our hell as of right now until we're delivered. And once again, this is bringing clarity to the hell doctrine. It's not true. Finish it out.
It says, thus said the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, should it also be marvelous in my eyes, said the Lord of hosts.
Because he wants to bring in more than we do. As much as we desire the kingdom, he's the maker of it, you know? This is something that he's already had in design from the foundation of the world. You know, we'll get the other closings. You brother got something?
I can read some more verses.
Okay, go ahead, read some more.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country. And I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness.
You can break it down, bro.
So like he said, he gonna save his people from the four corners of the earth. And he said, we gonna return, and this starting with the remnant, you know, the elect. We will return it to the Lord, you know, right now through the Spirit, you know, understanding who he are and what he requires of us, and we're patiently waiting for that deliverance, that physical deliverance. So all the things that he said aforetime, you know, just in this one verse, can come to pass where we're in the kingdom and we're able to enjoy our kids. Our kids are able to enjoy the kingdom. You know, a child can just enjoy being a child, you know, and enjoy the earth as the Lord has created it to be paradise. So, like he said, if it's marvelous in his eye, in our eyes, it's even more, like the brother said, in his, because the Lord, he the one that designed it in the first place, you know. So this is what we patiently waiting on.
Yeah, us, our little ones, you know, us as a people, we're no longer going to have to function in chaos. We in a system where we had to learn and adapt, and still learning to having to maneuver through chaos. But when the Lord comes back, he's going to reset the earth, you know. And so, I'll get your last point.
I was just going to say, just think about it. You know, scriptures say that a child will be out playing with a lion and a lamb. You know, so just think how peaceful that is. It's something that is unheard of now on this side.
That's it. That's it. And once again, see, going back to paradise being on the earth. You know? Hey, that's what it's all about. But it shows you what we're fighting for too. And sometimes you'll feel a little worn out. But see, this comes out as a reminder and as a comfort of what you're fighting for, what we're fighting for. To be a part of that. Not to only be a part of it, but to have rank with the Lord in that. Because everybody gonna be there, even the other nations. You know? And ultimately all Israel. But those that are on a higher status. You know? Hey, part of that first fruits, man. So with that, we pray and hope y'all edified. We want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakam, double honor, Toyota Apostle of Bishop Great Millstone, who's still well. Peace, blessed to the house of David the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.